opportunity for Charlotte off the set piece. It is going to be the man out of Poland. The shot, yes!
And it's gone in. It's an Olympico. Shiki pulls it back. The shot and another goal.
And look who's coming on. Ryan Romero. Here's Romero. Hit the shot, kid.
Goal!
For the city, for the crown.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Offsides Podcast, the official podcast of Charlotte Football Club. I am, of course, your host, Andres Robledo, and I am joined by my co-host, the one and only Juan Pablo Robledo. Pablo, how was the rainy weekend?
Wet and too short, I guess. I don't know. So it's a video game type of weekend.
What games are you playing? Give the viewers an insight into your taste.
Probably the same old. Just I played FIFA 23 for a while, and then some Helldivers, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, let's jump into what the people are here to listen for. We got a little bit of Charlotte FC news, kind of a slow news week. Obviously, we're gonna review the match, give our predictions for the upcoming match against Nashville at home. But the only real news of the week was Justin Meram or Meram, however, whatever pronunciation you like, whatever floats your boat, gave a pretty exclusive, all access, open interview to Top Bin 90. So if you go over to his website and subscribe, I don't know how much it is a month or whatever it is, but go over to his website. I'm sure you'll figure it out. But he's got an exclusive interview with Justin, going behind the scenes of what Lattanzio was like, what the contract renewal process was like, life as a Charlotte FC player, and just kind of really let everything out in the open, dished out the dirty laundry from what I understand. But there's a little clip online that is public and free to view for everyone, where Justin described the contract negotiation process with Charlotte FC, about why he didn't get renewed, what that process was like. And Pablo, you and I both watched it. Why don't you give the listeners a quick description of what it was and kind of what he was saying it was like?
Yeah, well, that basically, in a nutshell, he was saying how the contract he was offered was a take it or leave it. He felt kind of disrespected by it, given his output for the team, especially under a new coach, and this time being like his first year with the club. He felt like he was one of the better performers, which I kind of stand by that too. I figured, he was one of our better performers as a midfielder / winger. Kind of went into a little bit of how Lattanzio was 50-50 on his decision making. It's like one day he says one thing and the next it's the other, and it just kind of brought down the locker morale down, and I think we kind of noticed that too last season. Just last season seemed like a real downer. But yeah, and he basically felt like he deserved a better contract than he was offered, and so he decided to deny it. And I'm not sure if he's with anybody now.
I don't think so. I think he's still a free agent.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, I liked Meram. I think right off the bat, when especially for last season when we struggled a lot, he was an impactful player. I recall the game from Atlanta where he put one on him, maybe two.
I think one.
I can't recall. Was it one?
I think
but
so.
I know he also had some assists. So, I mean, right off the bat, I liked him. I thought he was very impactful. And I was very disappointed when Charlotte decided to let him walk. But yeah, that was just what I thought on the whole Meram interview.
Yeah, I think it was definitely his, words were definitely polarizing in the fan base from the little bit that I saw. I think a lot of people, I saw it pretty split, honestly, of like people wishing he would have stayed, or kind of glad he was gone. I definitely felt in the camp of I don't mind that he's gone. I thought he was decent, but like again, he's an aging player and wasn't that consistent. Now, was that affected by Lattanzio's coaching? Maybe. But I think, MLS, it's a pretty physical, demanding league. I'd rather just go ahead and move on and bring in some younger talent, which is what they did. And, from what I saw that they had on Crown Legacy last year and kind of knew that that's what they were going to do, I was like totally happy with them. Moving on from him, I do think in a little insight to how the sausage is made, we looked at this a little bit already, but I do think people remember his performances and his output through some rose-colored glasses and probably think he was a little bit more productive than he actually was. But his total season production, so he had 4 goals in 32 appearances, and that's across all competitions. So that's MLS, MLS Cup, US Open Cup, and Leagues Cup. So that's wasn't bad. 4th best on the team. I guess tied for 5th best on the team with Bender. Or no, tied with 4th best on the team with Vargas, yeah. No, I'm sorry. Keep messing that up. He was tied for 4th best. Him, Ben Bender, Yazviak, and Ajimang all had 4 goals across all competitions. Vargas with 5, Kopetti with 7, and Swiderski with 15. That kind of gives you an inside look on why we struggled so much last season. Just struggled to score goals. And then even on the assist side, he only had 5 across all competitions. 4 were in the MLS, and 1 was in the Leagues Cup. So again, I think, call that 9 goal and assist contributions around in 32 games for a winger, I think is a little bit on the lower side. But I can understand why he was upset that they didn't even bother to negotiate and kind of just did a take it or leave it style of deal. But again, like, it is a business, and with all the crazy roster rules that MLS have, like, I think it makes sense to like move on from, again, an aging player and just kind of roll the dice on a young guy and see what happens. And I mean, it looks like it might be paying off with how Tavares and Pekovic have started the season. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Knowing what I know now, like, if I had known that we were gonna get Tavares or Diana or Pekovic as some of our future starters, then yeah, I would have been okay with Moran being let go. But as Charlotte does, they do tend to wait till last minute to do some signings.
Yeah.
So it was hard to, at least for me, for a long time, to justify letting go of that player. For his age, he probably still had a couple seasons with him, but I thought his output was fine, especially when he's playing the winger position. I mean, he had almost as many goals as Kopetti, and Kopetti is his job is to put goals in the back of the net. He barely did that last season. Swiderski had twice as many goals as Kopetti, and Swiderski was also out for a good bit of this season, I think, due to injury, and then also some international duty, things like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that to me didn't make sense. But, it's done. I'm happy with who we have. But he did kind of give us some insight into, like, a little bit of what was going on last season, not just with Lattanzio, but also with the main office.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're running a pretty tight ship.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be very production based. Yeah, like, what have you done for me lately kind of thing. Which is good and bad, right? Kind of just, I guess, depends on the player. So we'll see how that plays out in the future. The one interesting bit of the video that you can watch for free is that Justin did have a slight dig at Copetti, mentioning that, they both had the same number of goals this season. And,
Right.
it was recorded before Saturday's game. But I thought that was kind of interesting of like, slight dig at Copetti, not scoring after 10 games at the time. And then also too of like that, I guess, it must have not been that friendly in the locker room, right? Of like, you're going to just publicly kind of throw a dig like that. So I imagine, I guess things weren't super tight between those two guys, at least.
Yeah, probably not. You could probably definitely justify that statement there. But rightfully so, because I mean, Copetti up until this past Saturday has done nothing for the team. I believe he's got 1, maybe 2 assists, 0 goals.
Yeah, it might just be 1 goal, honestly. It might not even have any assists.
No, he's got an assist for sure. He's got 1 that I know of. I don't know if he's got 2, but I know he's got 1. But still, it's like...
Yep, 1 assist, 1 goal.
Yeah, this is our designated player. We gave up Sardarsky for this guy. We're building our first couple of games. The attack is around him, and he hasn't done anything. We put in Ajiman. Ajiman has been doing the very best that he can. He's actually put in more goals, and I think you could feel the pressure for Copetti as he was subbed in. If this was going to be a place where he's going to like hush all the doubters, it was going to be this game, because man, they had so many opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. Like Portland was just giving them one right after the other.
A couple of guys should have had some goals.
Yeah. I mean, this Portland game, to me, it should have easily been at least 3-0. At least 3-0. We had a lot of open opportunities. And even for that goal that Copetti had, I mean, yes, I'm glad he put it in the back of the net. Hopefully this gets momentum started for him. But like, he almost kind of messed that up too by waiting so long to shoot. Like, I don't know. I'm still not 100 on Copetti. But
yeah, same.
Glad he was able to at least, get 1.
Yep, totally agree. Still prefer to see Ajiman up front. We'll see how that goes against Nashville. This goal was enough to sway Dean Smith the other way. We'll jump into the match review here in a second, but it is interesting to see. Like, I mean, no one has really taken that leap as like the key offensive player. Ajiman's got 2 goals. Vargas has 2 goals, and then everyone else has 1 goal.
Mm-hmm. It's very much a team effort right now.
Yeah, it's definitely being spread out. But the interesting thing is like Pekovic scored. He's only got 6 games played. Abada with only 5 games played has scored a goal. Diani scored a goal with 7 games played.
Tavares, unless you already mentioned him.
No, 9 games played, 1 goal scored. So Copetti's in that same boat as Tavares of 9 goals or 9 games played and only 1 goal. So it's like, man, you gotta do more than that. I need to see like 3 or 4 more goals there, or at least a couple more assists. Like, it's just definitely not enough.
No,
I mean,
especially for the role that he plays, right? I mean, he's a striker. He's got the DP tag on him. He should be on the board. He should have been on the board a lot earlier, and he should have way more than he has now. Ajiman has how many just matches played? He's what?
He's got 10 of them? Yeah, 10 games played, 2 matches, and 1 assist.
Right. The 2 goals and 1 assist, 10 matches. And Copetti is a little over that.
Yeah, 9 games played and only 1 goal, 1 assist.
Exactly. Yeah. So, Ajiman right now seems like he's just ahead on that starting position by a hairline. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the numbers, yeah, but it's like he's just. But Ajiman didn't have I mean, he's got the pressure for sure, but he wasn't our main go-to guy, and Ajiman stepped up. And even on this game, he had a couple close calls where I feel like he probably deserves the starting role for the next game to decide who's going to be the guy.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
I feel like the pressure's on for the next game.
Yeah, on both of them, right? One of them needs to just step up and kind of cement themselves and start putting pressure on the other guy. Because it's like right now, it's kind of like a, it's kind of a pillow fight for that starting position of like, oh no, you take it, no, you take it. It's all your, please, I couldn't, and I insist, and I need to see someone of them just step up and be like, no, this is mine. You're gonna have to really earn it back.
No.
Right now, it's definitely not that.
Right. Yeah. No. I feel like this next game, they're really gonna be just gonna be going for the starting position. Like, who cares about the win? It's like who can put more in the back of the net too.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual match. So we played Portland. I think this is the first time we've played them, right? I don't recall ever playing Portland. So I believe this is the first time we've played them.
Right. Tuliyoma's old former stomping grounds.
Yeah, that was interesting. He didn't get to see the field.
No.
And then Phil Neville's the coach, Gary Neville's brother, still doing the coaching thing, or at least trying to. That threw me off when I saw it. I forgot about that. I was like, oh snap, it's Phil Neville. Always interesting.
Yeah, that
to
was
see
interesting
that
to see.
Yeah,
that was fun. Like, oh, it's just not only players making it over here, but coaches too.
Yeah. I mean, Dean Smith as well. Both English guys, or at least UK guys, I should say. But pretty solid starting lineup. Back lines back to 100% strength. Kalina in goal. Byrne, Malanda, Privet, Euron. Got a nice clean sheet there. Good to see. Midfield three of Pekovic, Westwood, and Diani. I really like this midfield. Really liking Pekovic starting to take that stride forward and becoming more of a starting player. I think he brings a lot to the table, as we saw this past weekend. And then front three of Dejagir, Ajimeng, and Tavares. Vargas was suspended, accumulated 5 yellow cards, which is wild, seeing as we're only through 10 games, 11 games, something like that. So he's picking those things up pretty quickly. Concerning, maybe.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I guess so. I think if he gets 3 more again, he'll be suspended again. So
these refs are too soft nowadays.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about the reffing in this game because it was really, really bad. But yeah, so we lined up in a 4-3-3. We've been kind of seeing him go back and forth with that, the 4-3-3 and like a 4-2-3-1 as well.
Yeah,
pretty standard.
On the highlight reel on YouTube, they have it as a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I think there. I kind of agree with that more. Diani and Westwood definitely seem to play more of
those guys
holding
seem
mids.
to play more back for sure. Yeah, and then on the attack, and they kind of switch to that false 9, with the winger stepping up and leaving like 2 in the back.
Yeah,
but as we're looking at this lineup, I think we can probably start to see a trend there, especially as like the for sure starters from game to game. Kalina obviously in goal. I was kind of doubting a little bit, especially after, what was it? Not last game, but the game before.
Against Minnesota.
Against Minnesota, the 3-0 game.
Yeah.
I was starting to have some doubts, but he kind of redeemed himself with some of these saves that he had against Portland, especially that one flying dive that he had. Made the highlight reels on some of the Instagram. So I'm still okay with him starting. The back line, obviously Yernin, Privet, Malanda, and Byrne, those are the top picks every time going game to game. Westwood, the captain, always going to be there. Diani has seemed to have cemented a spot there. There was kind of a hole to fill. Wait, do you recall who used to play that before?
Well, Jones used to play it. Bronica's played there a
I mean,
lot.
our player, current squad.
Oh, Urso kind of started there.
You're right.
beginning of the
Okay, that's
season.
what it was. Yeah, Urso. Yeah, but Diani has seemed to kind of stepped up to that one, and the coaching staff has seemed to be putting him there more often. The ones that they do keep mixing up is the last four. Ajuman has seen more starts from game to game. Tavares, I guess if Vargas is not playing, Tavares has been coming in, because I think there was 1 or 2 games where Vargas was injured and Tavares took over.
Yeah.
But I like to see Tavares start. I like to see Tavares start more. I feel like
Yeah, I think it's just tough because you've got Abada, who's definitely going to start, and then Vargas as well. So I think that's just going to be tough to get in there.
Vargas. Like, who's your go-to guy?
Probably Vargas right now. I don't think he's been as consistent as possible, but I do think he brings the most to the table. He's got that long range shooting, can dribble pretty well, needs to work on his passing a little bit, but he's got, speed, isn't afraid of the one-on-one. And he does find, a good ball every now and then, but he does just sometimes have a tendency to overhit things. So he does need to kind of reel that in a little bit, but I still think he's probably the one with most potential. So we'll have to see.
But so
there.
who would you be taking out, though?
Probably Deja Gear, right? I think he's probably the one that goes out from the starting lineup.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page. He's like, Vargas is just a little bit better than Dejarie, and yeah, I'm right there with you. I wouldn't mind seeing Vargas playing that center and put Pekovic to the right wing. Okay, so we wrapped up the starting lineup discussion there. And then going right into the first couple of minutes of the game. We had some pretty early chances there. I think right around the 8 or 9 minute, we had, a shot where Westwood gave it over to, I think it was Pekovic, where I thought Westwood should have shot it.
Yeah.
And that was just like one of the many chances where we started to just kind of miss.
Yeah, not only should have, I mean, yeah, I'm fine with Westwood's decision. I kind of wish he would have shot it as well. But really, the big issue there for me was just Ajuman holding it on a little bit too long. And again, that's just from his just being inexperienced, I think. And again, maybe a little bit of skill limit of like not being able to just kind of look up and find that pass earlier.
Yeah, because Westwood getting that ball was complete luck. I mean, Ajuman, like you said, held on to it too long and it deflected off a defender. Lucky we had Tavares, Westwood, and I mean, is that Pekovic? I can't recall.
Believe it is, yeah. I think it is.
Yeah.
But I do want to give a little bit of props to Ajuman, though. I mean, he does like beat his guy, cuts in,
yeah.
Like some nice dribbling there. Just one too many touches.
Young guy, just kind of finding his groove there. You put Capetti in that same scenario, I don't think it gets any better than how it finished.
Yeah, I was debating bringing that up or not, but I think you're, right. I think this is just one of those moments where kind of, if you were gonna try to debate, who should start,
right. I mean, you got to start comparing the two.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those. Happened? Yeah, that's one of those things that Ajuman brings that Capetti just doesn't. Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'm not trying to be like negative on Capetti. I like Capetti to a certain extent, but it's like, from a Tepper point of view, like, what have you done for me? As you said.
Yeah.
Like last season, trash. This season, we're like, a quarter of the way through, trash.
Yeah, it's not looking great.
No,
Um,
no, it's not.
I mean, even and I think we talked about this during, I think when we played, I think it was New England, or and I don't think it was the New York game. I think it was a little bit earlier in the season, but they subbed Copetti in, and even the commentators were like, "Yeah, this makes sense on paper, but just like he never looks like he's gonna be the guy to get you that goal." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it just looks like we immediately go down
Right.
to one man with that." But
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
we can talk about that more later. Again, just going through the highlights. You talked about Pekovic's shot, and then shortly after, like only a minute or two, or I guess actually 8 minutes later,
Yeah,
Lena makes a pretty standard saves, and I think he, quickly gets the ball out there to Diani, or no, I'm sorry, to Tavares. They're both just so tall and skillful. I keep getting them confused, but he does a great job of settling it, beating a defender, and then just finding like a super good pass that splits the defense and sets up Pekovic for that 1v1. And man, I just don't see how he misses that, but just hits it right over the crossbar. I was a little worried after that like it might be one of those games where, yeah, you pepper the back line and the goalie with chances, but they just never seem to fall your way.
it's a common trend, right? I mean, you see it all the time. It's like the one that should be winning and the one that's like getting shot after shot but can't quite put it in. And then the other team gets a lucky break, and that's how you end up losing.
Yeah, like
it was definitely looking that way.
Yeah, like mid 2000s, Sunderland and Stoke City, like they used to like destroy Chelsea that way. It like I just always remember like when they would play like Stoke away or like Sunderland away, and it was like a week where like Man United or Arsenal like had tied, and it was like, oh man, if we beat Stoke, like we'll go up 3 points ahead and be like top of the table, or start building up a gap. And it was like, yeah, 70% possession, like 10 shots on goal, lose 1-0, one shot on goal. It was like, yeah, those games are always frustrating to watch, but thankfully it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, that's enough to ruin the week there.
Yeah, I do think it has been kind of a trend so far this season of like the finishing not being super tidy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But like what we said before, the goals have been spread around a lot this season. We don't have like one set striker. So it's like, it seems to be like the game plan is whoever has the ball, shoot it.
Yeah, and even I forget what part of the season Dean Smith mentioned that, but he did kind of say like giving the guys just total freedom in that attacking third, like letting them take chances, like letting them be creative, be risky. And that's totally different than like what we would hear last season of like, yeah, we work on everything, and then once in the final third, it's just up to the players. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, set something up. And here, at least he's giving them like, hey guys, like take some chances, like take some shots, take a player on. Like he's kind of giving them that instruction to like be free. And I think that's been a big difference this whole season actually. And even we both watched the game at our parents'. Even our dad had mentioned like, man, they look way different than last season. Like they're actually shooting the ball like quite a bit. Like they're missing, and he was getting frustrated that they kept missing chances. But he was like, but they're making like way more chances. Like that's easily noticeable. So that's definitely been more fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not so predictable. Whereas if you recall from last season, it's like anytime we had a breakaway, we seemed to like slow it down, bring it back, take it to the sides, and then go up. And it was like, why?
Yeah.
But in this time, it's more like you see some crosses, you see some midfield shots, you see the cutbacks inside the box. So you're seeing a lot of variety of attack, and which translates to basically what Dean Smith has said is the freedom that you mentioned he's given to the players. So I do. I'm totally like that. Just cements it even more in my mind why this coach is hopefully here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and also just kind of taking it back a little bit to that Kalina save at the 16th minute mark, little redemption save there as Minnesota put 2 in on us off headers, and Kalina kind of saved that one header. So I was just like, okay, yeah, he's back in it. Little redemption save there, but yeah, Pekovic. I mean, if you're 1-on-1 with the goalie, that should have been a 1-0 for us, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to see what else kind of happened in that first half. Again, 24th minute, pretty good save again by Kalina, diving save from a header. Keeping things tidy back there. And again at the 30th minute, Diani, good job just knocking the ball loose, and Osimhen with some tight touches, great dribbling, keeping defender off of him, using that physicality. And
yes, I thought that was going in for sure.
I did too, man. Just forced that keeper to make a good save and concede the corner.
Osimhen, I like that he's using that, like you said, the physicality to his advantage. We play a lot of through balls, where Capetti seems to, that's what he waits for, but he doesn't seem to win those physical 1-on-1 battles.
Yeah.
Whereas Osimhen is it's all him. He's winning that, aerial or ground.
And he's just constantly chasing that ball down. Even if the defender gets to it first, he's putting that pressure on. Yeah, he's really trying to win the ball. I think sometimes Capetti kind of gives up pretty early on the play.
Yes, absolutely. So. Absolutely. I mean, taking it back again, Diani had won that ball. Osimhen, there's three Portland players in front of him, and he decides to just go for it. Capetti, and I'm probably going to be doing this as we talk about the game, but I feel like Capetti would have held on to the ball, tried to slow down the play a bit, and waited for other players. And Osimhen's like, nah, I got this.
Yeah.
And he did. I mean, he outran him. And he got the shot off.
Him and his EA Sports cleats.
99 pace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was another thing. They put out some pictures of him, and I zoomed in on his cleats. I'm like, what are these off-brand blue cleats that he plays from game to game? And if anybody out there knows what those cleats are, let me know, because it's just bugging me.
They're custom-made Japanese kangaroo leather.
He's just out there playing in the Yeezy pods. He's like, yeah, $20.
They do look really stiff and uncomfortable.
They do.
They look kind of old school, maybe Umbros or something. I don't even know.
Or Marshalls.
Yeah. I do wonder what they are. It does drive me a little.
And
crazy.
He doesn't change them either. It's week to week, it's the same blue pair.
It's wild.
I have a feeling that at the end of the season, he's gonna have duct tape around the toe area.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. I
think the only other big moment really is the PK, right? Yeah. Now, they did play that replay quite a bit. I mean, it didn't look like it was anything terrible. Yeah, it didn't look like a PK to me.
I mean, but we've also seen those same exact quote-unquote dives happen and be given PKs for.
Yeah. Maybe this is a good... yeah, I was going to say maybe this is a good spot to... talk about the ref. I thought he was really, really bad, and then the sideline ref went down with an injury. I've never seen that happen before.
Never saw that. Yeah,
I didn't even know there was protocol for that happening. The fourth official started warming up, and they'd switched jobs, and that was wild. I had no idea that could happen, or I just never thought about that.
He couldn't take the haggling from the fans.
Dude, I wouldn't. That would bother me. I would freak out.
Ryan.
Like, my name's Kevin. But yeah, I
No,
also
yeah.
just felt like the center ref, like, he called everything for Portland. Like, as soon as we touched a Portland player, it was called. And right before the PK, like in the mid 35th minute, Diani wins the ball and he kind of starts going back, and like a Portland guy like fouls him twice, then another guy fouls him, and then a third guy fouls him, and he like finally calls it on the third one.
Finally.
And it
like
was
he
like,
has to.
yeah, and it was like, dude, like, are you ever gonna call stuff for us? And there was multiple times where like he did not call stuff for us. Even right before Copetti's goal, he gets kicked in the head, and there's like no VAR review, no call, and no card.
And I thought Capetti was faking that, but he wasn't. I was like,
Yeah,
nah,
that-
like he didn't get hit. And then they showed the replay, and it's like clearly there's a boot in his face. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
they're not they don't do VAR,
yeah,
nothing for that. And that's like such an the refereeing. I think just in MLS or overall is crazy. to me.
yeah.
Um.
And what I was really worried about after we got the PK and he called it back, and again, it was one of those ones where it was like, it was very, very light. Like you said, you've seen it go both ways, and when it goes against you, like if I was a Portland fan and they would have given that PK, I would have been like fuming.
Yes.
And that they didn't give it to us, I was like, okay, I understand. Like it wasn't much, but to like give the yellow to Tavares, I thought was a bit much. Like
That excessive.
yeah,
It kind of
was
showed
just
which
like,
way
okay.
the ref was swinging.
And what I was really worried about was like, man, if we foul someone in the box, he's gonna give that as a PK like right away, and
No VAR.
yeah. And I don't know if like they, because I think in the EPL like they have to review it, but I don't know if that's across all leagues. I'm really not sure, or because I think in some leagues it's like up to the ref if he wants to review it or not. You know, if he wants to go to VAR or not. And I was like, he's not going to go to VAR if we give up a PK. Like he is just calling everything against us throughout the whole game. I mean, it was really, really obvious. So that was really frustrating to watch.
But you know, I've also been to a couple matches where it's been like that, but for our side, like the ref is just calling any little thing against the other team and hardly anything for us, and we're like, yes.
Or it can be like
Yes.
when we went to the Columbus match and he just called everything on everyone.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that was crazy. Those refs. That ref really sucked. That ref really sucked. But I think our home opener, like we had a lot of calls go our way,
yeah.
which I was like happy with. But when they showed him kind of like on the replay, I was like, oof, I don't know. But we still got it. I was like, all right, sure.
I wonder if he got
Like that
confused.
DK Vargas guy, I wasn't 100%. I was like, I don't know.
I wonder if the ref was just confused on who the home team was, since we were wearing our away kits again at home. Goodness.
Telling you, there's a quote on how many times you got to wear these jerseys.
Seriously, it was ridiculous. I saw that again and I was just so annoyed. I was like, come on, man, just wear your home kits.
I don't know besides like I think that more girls like that jersey. I don't know any guys that like that jersey.
Yeah, I don't like that jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, I also don't really like the new home jersey. So
I like the new one.
they've made 4 jerseys and only 2 of them have been good, in my opinion.
Only one of them has been good.
The black and mint one. You like the
The
original
black
home
one.
jersey?
Nah.
I like the original home jersey. It feels like a classic.
Well, it will be now.
Yeah, true.
And
then the black
3
one was
seasons in and
super
it's already
good.
got a classic.
Yeah, the black one was such a good color like scheme. I can't believe they didn't keep that.
Yeah, that one was a nice one.
Like everyone likes. I don't know anyone that doesn't like the black and mint. Like it's just so good. Such a good color scheme.
Yeah.
And you
I
can
wish-
just do so much like apparel with that like would be good for both like genders or whatever. As where like the purple, not everyone likes purple.
I don't like purple. I mean, I have purple stuff, but that's only because it looks blue to me. So it's not by choice. Kind of. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't even like I think purple's just such a limiting color. Like it doesn't look good on everyone. Not everyone likes it. But like black and mint, like black looks good on everyone because it's slimming. Mint kind of like, if you like to be a little bit more flashy, it's good for that. Like it's just so good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the fashion
season.
corner for the week.
Next year we'll get a new away jersey. Or an alternate. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
No, they need to get rid of these purples. Just make a new away one.
Yeah.
To end the first half, Clean is kind
Another-
of back to his old ways of just making or almost making a really, really bad mistake every game. I don't know if you kind of recall that or if listeners recall that in the first season. He just had this bad habit of like having really good games, but then just making one dumb mistake that would like lead to a goal. And he almost did that again. Gets
He
the
knew
ball.
he messed up.
just I don't know what he was doing here. He said he kind of just lost focus a little bit on what he wanted to do. And it was like, man, yeah, you can't be doing that.
No, especially when there's like two guys on you.
Yeah.
One's heavy pressure and the other one's just waiting for like a rebound, which is basically what happened. But then,
Thankfully, he makes
totally
a save.
redeemed himself.
Yeah. It was like he made a good save, but he did cause the issue. So
Yeah. That was a scary moment. That was one of those chances where I thought Portland was going to score, and I thought that was going to be it. Like,
yeah,
that's the game.
That's how we lose, really. Yeah.
That's
one.
Yeah, you can see the camera panning in on Kalina as he's got that stone cold face, but he's like, he knew he messed up.
Yeah, he did come out in different shorts. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that.
No,
That's
I was
funny.
just kidding. It's a poop joke.
Oh,
'Cause he pooped his pants. Yeah, but then we start the second half pretty hot. 48th minute, again, like nice little through ball. Aubameyang just beats his defender. I mean, literally just shoves him to the ground.
that was nice.
Yeah, cuts in and tries to get that angle, and Portland defender's able to get a leg to it. But again, it's just that dynamic, like explosive,
The
athletic.
inexperience also from Ajuman. Just should have done a shot cancel.
Yeah.
Totally fake.
To be fair on him, he had like no other option. There was like no one in the box with him. At least no one open. But again, that is another example of like one of those moments where he's doing something that we just haven't seen Copetti do.
Yeah, I mean, if Ajuman goes and looks at the tape, he can probably see that who's the blind guy running in at center? Urinen maybe? No, it's not Urinen. Didgery or Petkovic? It's hard to tell from the low quality.
Yeah,
Is it Didgery?
Yeah,
but he's got Didgery running in there. Who else does he got in there? He's got Tavares in there. And I think Petkovic is also making a run. So he's got some options, but still it's a split second decision. I think he made the right call.
Yeah.
Defender got lucky, got a boot on it.
Yeah.
You think that shot goes in, or
I think he at least puts it on frame. Like it was looked decent.
Yeah, it was looking good. It looked like a good trajectory.
Yeah. And then 53rd minute or 54th minute, I guess. Pekovic just sets himself up a little nice 1-2 and just skill of the night. Yeah, nice little nutmeg to finish. I mean, that was cold. That was
very on top.
Man, very yoga bonito. He's wearing the Nikes to do it in, which is always good to see. Always good to rep a giant corporation. Yeah,
what'd you Adidas League?
Yeah, what'd you think of the goal and the move and just the whole thing?
I thought it was classic. I thought it was very nice. Good to see that he's still out there putting some effort in after 2 missed attempts in that first half. And first MLS goal for him. Congratulations on that. That's got to feel good. Hopefully that just kind of opens up the floodgates and he starts putting more and more. So the fact that he was, what was it, 3 shots, 1 goal, a lot of prospect for him.
Yeah, and I mean he could have had an assist.
He kept going after that. Yeah, you're looking at around the 66.
Yeah.
Right. So,
well, even in the first half,
him.
he could have had an assist. One towards Aubameyang. But yeah, I mean, even in he just kept going.
He's
for it.
dangerous from the outside.
Yeah, he had the long shot in the 68th minute after the corner. I mean,
good rebounder.
I think this guy is, I think him and Abada are going to be dangerous, like when they connect together, because they've got that speed, the technical skills. Are both, not afraid to dribble at guys or shoot from far. So I'm looking forward to seeing that connection a bit more. And I really like him playing that number 10 role, like just right behind the front 3 and kind of free roaming around, drifting out wide, staying central.
Yeah.
Like, I think I think he's going to be the guy a lot of people have been kind of calling for, that we needed a good center attack in mid. So I think this was kind of like his opening kind of like breakout game. I mean, we'll definitely see as the season goes, but I mean, that performance to me, that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, I think this was a very good performance for him, especially at home. So looking for him to do this from game to game on a consistent level.
Yeah. Next big moment, I think, is got to be the Euron free kick. He seems to be the set piece taker that we've seen most consistently, I guess. But it gets pretty close here again. He's starting to dial that thing in. Just hasn't quite got it yet, but I think he'll score a couple before season ends. And then from there, we gave Portland a really dangerous free kick right at the edge of our box. Thankfully, they kind of just don't do much with it. Anything else from there?
Yeah, we had that. Ajiman had another breakaway where that one was a little more obvious that like he should have passed that ball.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Tavares on the left. I think Diani on the right, and he just got a little selfish with it. Then again, I can't blame him. I don't think Capetti would have been much better in that situation.
Man, Braden Bronica's got to be so happy that that Capetti's on the team, huh?
Yeah,
everyone's just bashing him now. He's like, thank God. Let's talk about something else.
But I was gonna say, I think the Urinen free kick, I think it's time we try somebody new.
Yeah, you don't want to let him keep dialing it in? I think he's getting close. He's getting close.
Plays defense for a reason.
Yeah, that could be true. I'm surprised Westwood's not taking more stuff. I mean, even it did look like he was going to take the PK if they were going to give it, which I thought was interesting. But
yeah, I thought he was just holding on to it until what's his name, Tavares stepped up.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know if I want to see him take another PK. That other one was really, really bad. Other than that, right? Not a lot of other big moments in the second half. Portland were really, really starting to push far up and just throw guys up the field and set up Capetti for his goal. He does a good job on it. I mean, it's hard to hate on this at least.
No, this was a very good goal.
Yeah, he reads the throw in, chases that ball down. Nice little touch by the guy. Did have me a little worried that he was going to take a couple too many touches, but is able to just slide the ball in home. Terrible celebration, though.
Yeah, I thought he was
and
gonna
too
try
many.
to like get the foul out of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that would have been good. But yeah, not a good celebration and too many celebrations. I was like, he didn't know when he's gonna get this opportunity to
He's got to
celebrate
get all
again.
his
So,
celebrations out on
it's
one.
like I'm doing them all, doing the ears, the shush. It's like you can't do the I can't hear you and the shush at the same time. They just contradict each other. It's like I can't hear you and also be quiet. Who do you think that shush was aimed towards? The fans that are haters, or to the 10 away fans that came to the stadium?
Probably the haters.
Yeah, you think he's on the social media and seeing everything?
Yeah. He was like, "Hush, offsides."
Yeah. You and your 15 listeners. I'm
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star.
Yeah, we have been getting a couple of 1 stars lately. I think it is him. Son of a
Oh,
gun.
bro.
Him and
Keep
Bronico.
on, buddy. Yeah.
Who else do we bash on? Gaines probably left a 1 star.
Tepper. No, Tepper's going after guys in real life. Going
Yeah.
into bars and stuff. He's like, "Who put that sign up?
I'll fight you right here, right now.
Give me that hat."
Let's compare bank accounts. Come on.
He's like, "Oh, you put signs up? I just bought this bar." Five.
Yeah. Dude, that would be so good if that's how that
Under
story
new
went.
man. That's a new sign.
Yeah.
Under new management.
God, that would be awesome. I would respect him so much more if he did that.
Dude, Tepper doesn't mess around. Like
That would be so
when he's
sick.
mad, he's mad. He's out there throwing drinks on people and
It'd be better if he yeah, I forgot about that. It'd be sick if he like bought everything around that bar and just made it way better and just like, I mean, support local business and everything, but like that would be sick if he just drove that guy out of business. Oh my God, what a story.
now brought to you by Tepper Entertainment.
Godly.
And only sold like his own beer.
That'd be awesome.
He should. That's a total power move.
That would be yeah, that's
He like he breaks sponsorship with Ally and he just starts putting his bars on there.
yeah. That would be just that's like when you have billions of dollars, that's the stuff you should do. Just like ridiculous petty stuff like that. And
Yeah.
obviously help charities.
And then he
whatnot.
like holds a rant. He's like, "I'm not paying for this bar. The taxpayers are paying for it."
Gosh. Man, he should totally do that. Be so good. Because it's
That
either
one-
gonna
that
go
one's for
like
free, Tepper.
yeah. It's either gonna go one of two ways where like he does drive the guy out of business, or like people just rally around that guy and he just owns like 4 failing bars.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That'd be so good. Anyways.
You see Brent Bronico behind the bar. Just shining a glass.
Yeah, they put it in the contract. You gotta work here. Like, hey, man,
Got one of his bobbleheads up
do
there.
what you gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Tepper should totally do that. Just do some weird, petty stuff. That'd be awesome.
He's a
Anyways.
crazy man.
Yeah, he is crazy. He will throw a drink at you. That is funny that he just saw the sign and was
He will
like,
halfway
I'm
build
getting
that.
out of my car and getting in here. It's like, what's
Yeah.
up? Got a sign?
Yeah.
Just what a madman.
It didn't even like mention him at all. It just said let the coaches and
And
do the picking
GM
or-
pick, yeah.
yeah, do the pick, and he's like, "Nah, no way, not happening."
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, well,
If you're listening, don't shut us down unless
listen,
you're gonna buy us
yeah, I
out.
was gonna say if you're gonna buy us out, we are open to offers.
Yeah, $100,
I was thinking a little more than that, but yeah,
105.
there we go. We'll take really high paying nonsense jobs as well.
Free merchandise. Oh no, we get to design the next jersey.
Oh, I was thinking he just sends us places and we just hassle people. We're just his hasslers.
What'd you say about Tepper?
Yeah.
You'll stand there and get this drink thrown on you, and you'll like it.
We just go to Panthers games, but we don't have like Panthers gear. We just have like Tepper Entertainment gear on. Like when that one celebrity, Rob Lowe, he went to the Super Bowl and he just had an NFL hat. Like he didn't have either team's logo, he just had the NFL on.
It would be like the the undercover fans, like similar to like Walmart's undercover employees, are just like walking around.
What'd you say about the Panthers?
What'd you say about
You got
Tepper?
season tickets? Not no more.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't you don't like the prices? They're going up.
We get like a special drink. Like if you get this drink thrown on you, you're out.
Mark
Like what
said-
is it? Tepper's pissed.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll do that.
I would. I mean, for a ridiculous amount of money, I would totally do
For
that.
free.
No,
I
he's
just
rich. He
sleep in
has
the
to pay
stadium.
us.
The taxpayers pay us. He ain't paying nobody. It's like I'll halfway build this training facility and then tear it down.
Just abandon your city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, who are we playing next? I don't know what this show's turning into.
Yeah. All right, that covers the Portland
Nashville.
game. 1-2-0. Up to 6th
2-0.
place.
Yeah.
Going against Nashville next.
Dude, I
Word.
called it. I said we'd be a 6th place team.
Nice. Nashville are down to 10th, which is wild. We are one of their only 2 wins, so hopefully, we can find some more form again and beat them at home. I think that should definitely happen. I mean, the game at Nashville was super close.
Yeah. We're gaining a little bit of traction.
Yeah, and I think, we got more of our not star players back, but like we've got more star players. I don't think Abada wasn't on the
Consistency.
team. I don't think Diani was on the team yet. So
Right. No, yeah.
we've added a little bit of that firepower and stability in the midfield.
This
So-
games isn't working out for you, huh, Nashville?
They traded him.
Oh no! What?
I think he went to Houston.
LAFC?
No. Hang on, let me check because
Houston. If he did, we gotta get the boys back.
let me. I know they traded him. I think they got some money for him.
That's good. They got his brother. That sucks. Is like you get traded or like you get signed on by Nashville. They sign your brother. They're like, we're getting rid of you.
Yeah. And your brother. Yeah, the Dynamo got
What's your
him.
brother's idea?
Yeah, they
There can only
traded
be one.
him to Houston Dynamo for 75,000 GAM.
Who the Dynamo?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Gonna have to reach out.
Man, Gaines 26 has 3 goals and 6 assists in 55 MLS matches across Nashville, Charlotte, and Austin FC. That dude is garb.
He's on fire.
He's averaging a goal a season and 2 assists a season.
Same as
McKenzie is a
Capetti.
dynamic attacker who can stretch the field with his speed and one-on-one ability. Some
Yeah.
of that is true.
Speed, yes. 1-on-1, sometimes. 2-on-1, never gonna happen.
Dynamic attacker or fast guy. Yeah.
He's got one move.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think Nashville is gonna be. I believe, yeah, I think all the games in May are at home.
Yeah, it seems that way.
But yeah, Nashville should be a win for us.
Our very next game after that is away in Chicago.
Oh.
That sums up this show a lot.
Yeah, we know nothing.
And then home against LA Galaxy. That'd be a good one to win. Get a little redemption
yeah.
from year one.
You trying to go watch the old Galaxy boys?
I mean, if it's like $20.
And not with Tepper prices.
Yeah.
And it's an election year. Not gonna happen.
And then home against Philly. That would be a good game.
Yeah, Philly. I like watching Philly play.
Yeah.
They're somewhat. I consider them rivals. I don't know why. They probably don't even register, and we don't register to them in their radar.
I mean, we got that 4-0 win against them. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, just bring the sign. Remember
Oh.
4-0?
Man, I this is a little off topic, but I think it was on Twitter or Instagram on Top in 90s account where he had posted the Ram interview. Some guy wrote like, "Oh yeah, I wish we still had Ram and Rios on the team." I was like, You have not been. That's gotta be a troll. Like, there's just no way that's a real. No one actually thinks that, right?
You should have liked it.
Like, out of all the people we've seen come through Charlotte FC already, there's no way you want those two guys back.
Maram, yes.
Maybe, but not. Not Rios. Come
No,
on.
no, definitely not Rios.
I could not believe I saw that. It's like that's not real. I think someone made that just to trigger me.
He probably
I think it was
easily
you
triggered.
on a burner account.
I would. I have been doing a little trolling this week.
Yeah, he's had 5 appearances for Atlanta United and 1 goal. So, he's on that Capetti track.
For sure. Yeah, so that should wrap up the Nashville game. I'm thinking maybe another 2-0.
Yeah, that's what
I think Pekovic bags another one and
in a bottom.
Vargas comes. Oh, you think I was gonna say Vargas? I think Vargas is like 3-0 if Vargas puts one in. Abada maybe, but I think Ajiman was gonna be my second. I think Ajiman's really gonna try for just to cement that starting position. I think he's really gonna be selfish and just like, I'm getting one.
Yeah, that does worry me a little bit because he's also finding himself in a lot of just good spots to set up other guys. And I would be okay with that, like as long as you're doing some kind of production, right? It doesn't have to be a goal. Like if you're setting up other attackers, and like giving them tap-ins and stuff, like that's pretty beneficial as well. So hopefully he sees a little bit of that, because I could see that, like a game where it is 3-0 and it's like Vargas, Abada, and Pekovic, and like Ajiman has 2 assists or something, like, or even all 3. Like I could see him like starting to rack up assists because he's doing a really good job like holding the ball up and like driving into the box and just pulling like 2 or 3 defenders to him. If he can just find the pass and the timing, like he could have had like 3 assists last game, right?
At least 2.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, especially that one in the second half towards the like mid-60, close to 70th minute. Like, Tavares at one point just is like, all right, like this is as far as I can run. I'm wide open, and anymore I'm out of bounds. And then I believe he had Diani on the second, or the right side. I mean, so that's probably the one instance where I would say, like, yes, you definitely should have passed it. Yeah. But still, we came out with the W, so not going to criticize too much.
The dub. Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get at least a couple of goals at least.
Yeah.
But I think it should totally be a dub for the Crown.
Yeah. And then, we'll just go hopefully a little higher up on the charts.
Yeah, Billboard
We got
Top 100.
Copa America, less than 50 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Leagues Cup, probably around the same time frame, right?
Yeah. Leagues Cup is coming up mid to late July. FA Cup, Manchester United is going to win May 25th. Hope. There's a guy at work. He's a City fan. And there's lunch on the line.
Gross. City fan.
That's what I said. I said, yuck. So how do you go to sleep at night?
Like,
he goes counting trophies.
Ask him if he can name any City player before like 2010. Ask him if he knows who Gareth Barry is.
He won't. He's just gonna say Haaland.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a couple new followers, so I just want to give them a quick shout out.
Ready?
One of them is Charrito CLT. he is he's an account manager, or like he's a like kid. But I want to say he's like related to. You seen the guy that dresses up with the mask and the full. I think they designed the first bobblehead after him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I want to say he's related to him.
Okay.
So, anyways, so shout out Charrito. Appreciate the follow. We'll make sure to start following back
Shout
eventually.
out.
And then another one is Alessandro Magana Gonzalez. Appreciate the follow. Shout out and listen out. Let your friends know. Whatever it is you got to do. 5 stars, like, subscribe. Whatever you guys are doing now.
Wherever the
But
kids
thanks.
are into.
Yeah. Gritty from class to class. And that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
No new reviews or anything.
Actually, I don't know. I haven't checked.
I'll check right now, live on the
I
show.
feel like there is some, and you're calling me out.
I'm trying to figure out how to even look.
You just gotta go to Apple.
Okay, we are at 4.6 stars. Got a couple of 2 stars, couple of 1 stars.
I think we've been there.
Yeah, a bunch of haters.
I'm okay with it.
Nope, Funk Skunk is still the latest review.
Yeah, fuck skunk. Yeah.
Shout out. Let me see. Let me check to see if there was anything interesting on Twitter. Bada bing, bada boom.
I've been noticing a lot more celebrities are buying into soccer teams. Have you noticed that trend?
A little bit, yeah. I also noticed
The
Ryan-
latest one, Tom Brady.
I've heard of him.
Part of, yeah, yeah. He's a part owner of Birmingham City.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, who else is there? LeBron, he's part owner of Liverpool.
Yeah, I did know that. I think he owns like 6% or something.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan, AFC Bournemouth,
Okay.
Kevin Durant, Philadelphia Union, and this is a team I didn't even know existed, Gotham FC.
What?
I feel like this one's made up.
Yeah, I think someone's scamming him. Like, no, it's totally real. You've seen the movies.
Who's it? This is an interesting one. And Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she owns like the LA team, right? And the women's LA team.
Yeah, the Angel
Yeah.
City FC. And I was like,
Yeah, I did
okay,
know
that's
that one.
interesting. That's cool. JJ Watt, Burnley FC.
Yeah, that one's kind
And
of cool.
obviously, yeah. I think Will Ferrell is expanding. He's, I think, either already part owner or looking into buying the ownership on the Leeds United.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, over in the English side. That would be interesting.
Did you
Instead of
see,
fell in love with English football. I'm like, you did this in reverse, my friend.
yeah. He's like, you guys know there's better teams out there? Oh yeah, dog. We did know.
It must have been such a shock.
Like, wow, my team kind of
They're
sucks.
playing so fast.
Yeah. No, I did see that Ryan Reynolds and his partner that own Wrexham, they bought a Liga MX team. I didn't see
Oh
which one.
yeah.
They're slowly...
Necaxa. That's who they
Oh
bought.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're part owners of Necaxa. I'm like, sweet.
That's got to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be as like happy-go-lucky as the Wrexham one is.
Maybe.
think
I
that
mean,
was-
dude, where was Wrexham at before those two guys started pouring money into it?
Yeah, but like
Nobody even knew of Wrexham.
But they also started like so far down that it was just like the fans are kind of like happy-go-lucky, like super appreciative. I don't think Cox is gonna go that way. I think they're gonna be
I
like
don't
super
know.
critical and like get these Americans out of here. These
I don't
gringos
know.
don't know nothing.
Nah, they'll be like, we'll gladly take your money.
To gladly take that Deadpool money.
Yeah.
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 We'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting.
Oh, and I guess maybe to wrap it up, Drake or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
Oh, yuck.
What? Dude, you're crazy.
I'm ride or die. Drake.
You're gonna be on the wrong side of history on this one.
So, somebody's got to be there. It's going to be me and JoJo Siwa.
Someone's got to be a loser.
Someone's got to hold it down.
Yeah, no, I definitely prefer Kendrick Lamar. And he said some pretty devastating things against Drake.
I actually haven't listened to any of them,
Oh,
but I heard people are picking sides. So
yeah, you might want to reconsider what side you picked.
no way.
Let's just say you're basically siding with Epstein.
Big Scott.
Yeah. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll catch you guys again next week after the Nashville game where we get 3 points. And yeah, if you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend. This episode is a little chaotic but fun. And if you can, leave a review wherever you're listening to this. Hopefully we'll see it and we'll give you guys a shout out. And then yeah, follow us on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter. All right, we will we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, you got to love that.